Any other apologies?
No.
That being the case, all those in favour? None against? I'll move it. Sorry, move it. Councillor Douglas, seconder, Councillor Ward. All those in favour? None against. Thank you. Confirmation of the previous minutes. So the minutes of the State Significant Development Committee meeting held on 9 December 2025. The recommendation in front of you is that the minutes of the State Significant Development Committee meeting held on 9 December 2025, a copy of which has been distributed to all members, be taken as read and confirmed as a true record. Do I have a mover? Someone want to move that way? Councillor Hartley, Councillor Marshall. All those in favour? None against. Declare that carried. Any disclosure of any pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest? Start on my left, Councillor Hartley, Councillor Scholes, Douglas, Marshall,
No.
Councillor Mahajan, Councillor Dunn,
No.
Councillor Ward.
No.
I have none to declare. Peter, thank you. Business arising. So any business arising out of those minutes? Doesn't appear to be anything raised. We'll move straight into business. So 6.1, our first item on the agenda is the Bengala Mine Mod 8, Modification 8. So council comments are obviously in the report. The recommendation is that the submission tabled at the committee meeting be endorsed by the State Significant Development Committee. Have I a mover for that? Bengala Mod. Councillor Marshall, a seconder. Councillor Scholes. Councillor Marshall, wish to be heard? Councillor Scholes?
No.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to be heard? That being the case, I'll put that. All those in favour? And against? Declare that and carried. Pardon. 6.2 is the Muswellbrook Solar Farm. Council comments on the waste management plan. So the recommendation is that the response provided in attachment B is endorsed by the State Significant Development Committee. That attachment, of course, will be attached to the minutes, and it's the waste management plan letter you have of this afternoon. Someone want to first of all move that way? Councillor Douglas, second. Councillor Marshall, sorry. Second, Councillor Douglas. Councillor Marshall, wish to be heard?
No, thanks.
Councillor Douglas. Anyone? Councillor Scholes.
I just have some concerns with regards to the waste, just to ensure that we're not just passing our waste onto someone else. I know in the draft letter that's been prepared by staff, I thank you very much for. There's a paragraph which is in the document, which is for the dealing with the pallets, the pallets involved, and it basically reads: Council recommends that the waste management plan be revised to include measures for the management of pallet waste, including limits on site storage, frequency removal, and the identification of appropriate off-site facilities for reuse, recycling, reprocessing, and energy recovery. I really do like that paragraph, and I think that should just about apply for all waste that's generated from the site.
To do that, Councillor Scholes, I agree with you. What about to do that, we will need to give council some more time to assess it. If that's the case, we'll need someone to move an amendment to that.
Well, I'll say
to that motion. That we be given another week for councillors to submit any further comments or discussion points they have. Someone want to move that? Councillor.
I'll move that.
Councillor Scholes. First of all, Councillor Marshall, you happy to move that?
Yes.
Thank you. So, in that case, if we move the amendment. In that case, first of all, we'll put that we have to deal with the first motion that was moved and seconded. So the first motion is to accept this. Obviously, the amendment only comes into play if that motion gets defeated. So then we move to obviously extend the period of time. So this is the first motion in front of you. This was to accept this. All those in favour? No one. Declare that motion lost. The amendment now will become the motion, which is to extend the period of time by 1 week. Someone can help me with that date, Tuesday? Next Tuesday. The 17th. So close the business on the 17th for councillors to make further submissions. We have a mover in Councillor Bailey and a seconder in Councillor Hartley. Any discussion on that? All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. Thank you. The second one is similar. Is that Busselbrook Solar Farm. Council comments on the accommodation and employment strategy. So we have a recommendation in front of us again as to that the response tabled. B, have we a mover of that or have we an alternate motion? Councillor Hartley.
Yeah, I'd like to, as previously suggest an alternative motion to extend that by another week, to give us time to digest and make comment.
Okay, thanks, Councillor Hartley. We need someone to second that. Councillor Dunn. Any further comment on that? That's to extend the period for 1 week for councillors to make further submissions. Any comment? Any further comment on the point? Councillor Douglas.
I have great concerns for the plan as it is with OX2 and the accommodation. I feel that we are already working with not enough housing to fit the community that we currently have here. I seriously feel that the plan of action from OX2, as I understand it, is actually going to put even more pressure on that. And I really do believe when you consider that I really believe that the proponent must identify and secure accommodation that is consistent with the approved development and clearly demonstrates compliance. And I don't think their current situation allows for that.
Thanks, Councillor Douglas. Any further comment?
Yeah.
Councillor Bailey.
Yeah, I also have concerns surrounding this motion, as I think a lot of the things that have been tabled are contrary to, previous communication between the company and the council and what they've said that they will do in the past, and they're not necessarily keeping with a lot of the words. So I think that we definitely need some more time to consider.
Thanks, Councillor Bailey. Any further comment? I have to agree. We have a very, very strained, I think would be the best way of putting it, strained rental market in town at the moment. Certainly a market that I don't believe can handle another couple of hundred people. And of course, our duty to the community is what comes first. And I agree with the sentiments of all councillors. That being the case, we have a mover and a seconder. No further discussion. That being the case, I'll put that. That's to extend it to a week to Tuesday next week. Further submissions, all those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. We now move on to 6.4, the last item on our in this business. Activity summary for state significant development and energy generation projects. So the recommendation is that the information contained in the report be noted. Have I a mover for that? Councillor Ward, a second to Councillor Bailey. Any discussion? Any questions? Any discussion on that report? Mangula. Mangula's the exploration drilling. We got anyone able to give us a bit of a report on their understanding of the exploration drilling at Mangula? Where it is.
So Ms. Falk did attend the meeting.
Yes, so around the there's a figure in the back of the activity summary. So around the project, the current mining area, it looks to be 3 boreholes. They're setting the text, it's only 2. So there's a borehole to the south of the northern mining area north of the road, and then there's 2 to the south of their sort of southern mining area. They don't really provide, Glencore doesn't really provide much detail to the results of the exploration drilling. But I would imagine it's just to determine the coal resource in that area.
Can I, if I've got a question, can I understand that this doesn't extend the life of Mangula? It still sits within that estimated period now of the 2030 closure
Yeah, correct. They'd essentially, I would imagine, need to, because they'd be extending the project boundary around that area, they would therefore need to apply for a new SSD. I highly doubt it would be a substantially same development or apply for modification.
Thank you. Any further questions, councillor Scholes?
I'm possibly guessing here, but it might be an easy question clarification with Mangula. I would suggest what they're trying to do is find a box line. So we're trying to find the extent of good coal where it starts to become weathered, and so it maximize the resource within their council approval. But if someone could ask that question, it would be great.
Thanks, councillor Scholes. We can. Any further questions on the report? That being the case, we have a mover and a second. I'll put that. All those in favour? None against. Declare that unanimous and carried. There are no items in closed committee. The date of the next meeting is 10 March 2026. And I now declare the meeting closed at 4:25 p.m.